Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another stream at Global Hack Week. So, I'm joined by one of your favorite coaches, Ashwin, alongside with me, and I definitely know you all will be totally amazed by the keynote which was presented by Swift. And yep, time is flying, but I was amazed to see all the top 50 hackers. I was going through their hacker stories, how they have contributed, their experience in the hacker community, and yep, it's been amazing from them too. So to start with, I guess someone in the chat did say it's already day 3. Yep, we are already in day 3 of season launch, a new season for our hackathon this year. So to start with, you might be wondering who are these people on the stream. So for the people who don't know, first of all, let me welcome you to Global Hack Week season launch day 3. Again, welcome to day 3 of season launch. Let's try to meet your MLHs. To starting with me, hey folks, I am Vinayak. I am a coach at Major League Hacking. I'm a coach who loves to do daily stream. I was just discussing with Ashwin off stream that this might be my 10th or 11th daily stream throughout this Global Hack Week streams. And today I was actually learning about dolphins. And so dolphins usually use the word open, like in their language, for a friendly hello. So I guess that would be a better fact for you. On to Ashwin.
Yeah, and my name is Ashwin Kumar Uppala. I'm also a coach at Major League Hacking, and I'm top 50 of last year. And I really want to congratulate to all the awesome top 50s of this year. I was watching the keynote; it was so amazing. After this stream, I'm spending the night reading all those top 50 stories. So if you don't know, everyone who was announced in the stream, they have this inspiring story which is up on the page top.mls.io, and I think that's what inspired me to stick around with the hacker space. And I love MLS top 50 stories. And Global Hack Week is just this is a fun fact that Global Hack Week was my entry point to hackathons. Like my first hackathon itself was a Global Hack Week. Back then it was called Local Hack Days in 2020. And the reason I liked it was because you were getting swags for no reason. And I really came for swags. I just wanted stickers. But little did I realize that the community is so nice and the coaches are so awesome and the mentorship is so cool and the challenges are so fun that I just want to stick around a bit longer. And I ended up having a great time around. So if you're new to hackathons, or if you're new to technology like me, this place is a really good time. Global Hack Weeks are a really great time to get started, just get a taste of what it feels like to be in a hacker community. Moving on. So we got a couple of schedule here. Uh, if you haven't taken a look at the schedule, you can go to ghw.mls.io/schedule. If you are a person who lives on Google Calendar like me, we also have a link to add all the schedule that we are about to tell today in your Google Calendar, just so you don't forget your favorite streams. Of course, you can register and check in for your favorite streams. And if you have not registered and checked in for this stream, go ahead, check in right now so you can get those points for this Global Hack Week and get that swag that you deserve. Uh, uh, the first thing that is coming right after this stream is Alberto telling you how to build something with AI, or maybe let the AI build for you and you can just watch the stream and enjoy it. It's happening in less than an hour from now. So if you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, it's going to be beginner friendly. So you don't need to know a lot of basics. And if there are basics involved, Alberto is going to cover for them. And if you want something like that, this is for you.
Okay. Then we have Elena coming up with an stream of create and password generator in Python part 2. So most probably part 1 is already covered. You can check out the streams on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure you join Elena at 4 p.m. Eastern Time and 1:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. And if you are thinking, okay, we live in an Indian region, this might be a time that, okay, we might go to sleep, you can always find the recordings on our Twitch and YouTube channel respectively.
Yeah, after that, we have Isa doing a pretty chill Wikipedia Races mini event for you to take a break. Wikipedia Races is a pretty fun game where well, think about what you do. If you have not done Wikipedia Races before, it involves Wikipedia and it involves racing. and it's pretty fun. Like the way you think, it's not exactly racing in a way, but I have played it and I love this game. So if you want to come take a break from hacking, come take a break from all the challenges, join isa at 6 p.m eastern time for this chill event. And after that we also have.
We have Kev with an amazing stream of Let's Build Python 101 Part 2. Like this type of streams are one of my favorite streams when you actually learning a particular set of technology from starting. So make sure you join Kev from 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And before we go ahead, I feel okay. So okay, we can we can move ahead. Yep. Ashwin, you're on mute.
Thank you so much for saving that. I was saying we are back with Wikipedia races because we want to cover this game in every region, all right? I know it was 3 a.m. for Asia Pacific folks. So this Wikipedia races, which Amy is doing, and I know she's around in the chat, will be happening at 2:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time if you are from India or any Asia Pacific region and wanna attend this event. So make sure you do this. Make sure you register and add it to your calendar so you don't miss it out. Followed by.
Then we have Ritvi coming up with her most popular IoT track, part 3. Make sure you go, firstly, you go and check out part 1 and part 2. She is one of like the streams you will never want to miss out. So make sure you join Ritvi at 6 a.m. Eastern Time and 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Yeah, I know those streams are a bit more, a little bit. If it's too early for the Eastern folks, everything is recorded, so you won't miss out on anything. You can just check out all the recordings on YouTube or on Twitch, so you won't miss out if it's not in your time zone. But something that may be in your time zone for Eastern folks is learning Next.js and building your personal website. You may have attended the part one of this with Isa, and this is the continuation of this happening at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6:30 p.m. for Indian folks. So it's probably pretty good time for all of you, right? And if you have not attended the part one, it's again recorded. Everything is recorded on Twitch and YouTube. You can check it out before attending this one.
Then we have Alina coming up with one of my favorite mini event, that is GeoGuessr. I still remember I have played GeoGuessr for the first time on Global Hack Week stream only. Before that, I haven't played, and it's one of the amazing mini events. So make sure you join Alina at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and 8:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
And that's
Okay,
it for day
we are
three.
hoping. Okay.
Yeah,
Feel quick
that's
though,
a lot
but
of events.
yep, a lot of amazing technical streams, mini events are coming up your way. But as I was going through the streams, like not like Ashwin said at the starting that he went into Global Hack Week with through swags. I just remember his one line which he has quoted: "I came for swags, I stayed for the community," uh, which he has said, and which is again one of my favorite line because. Just not him, but a lot of people will be able to relate directly because we all entered into this global hack week. Like our first intention was to get this swag right during this local hack days. I still remember I have got two tees from MLH, those local hack days t-shirt. So it's been very special for me too. But yep, before we go into more emotional stories, we are open up for a Q&A. If you have any doubt related to tech streams happening throughout the week, for any type of certain questions around swags and all, we will be here to answer all. And let me check if we already have certain more questions.
Yeah, I think I
Hmm.
spot one question. Where do I find the previous streams? If you mean, uh, just if you're on Twitch, you're joining us from Twitch, right? You can just scroll a little bit down and you can see all the past streams that happened this week, and there'll be one of the streams named "Building Something with Python" Part One, or if it says Part One, that is the stream you wanna check it out. And let me also grab the YouTube link for you if you are a YouTube person.
Okay. I have got a good question though. I am new in coding. Can I still participate in hackathon? Ashwin, do you want to go first or should I?
Uh, yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. So to start with, when I participated in my hackathon, I wasn't even this close. Even don't know the C of coding, to be very honest, because it was my first year when I firstly participated in a hackathon, and the role of my role in the team was to actually pitch what we have made. So it depends. When you form a team in an hackathon, it can be a team of four. One can be a designer, one can be a proper coder, one can be a person who ideates the things, and one can be a person who pitches of whatever you have made throughout the hackathons. So there are certain roles which makes a perfect team. Yep, when we say in hackathons, a bit of coding is required because it helps you understand your projects better, so you'll be able to pitch it better. And not all the times only one person can code and make the whole project in that 48 hours. And not, you cannot even code 48 hours directly. Like you need breaks, you will need sleep cycle breaks. So a lot of things are there. So but to answer your question on my side, yes, you can still participate in hackathon if you are new in coding. Make sure you go and join Major League Hacking Discord server. You can find people who wants to team up with people. You can tell that what are the things you are expertise in. You can contact them. Let's like make a team, start participating in hackathons, and you will see the change that you will get comfortable around coding, around pitching your ideas in the hackathons, and a lot more. Ashwin.
Yeah, plus one to all of those. And for me, hackathon was a way to test out what I'm trying to learn while getting rewarded for it. So it's like I'm sitting around, I'm free over the weekend, and I wanna just test how I learned CSS, or I learned JavaScript, and I wanna just test it out by making a project. At the same time, I'm making new friends, which are pretty nice, and I'm getting rewarded for all of this. I'm getting item or sticker, I'm getting a prize if it's too nice, and I really like to see what other people are doing. Like I like that competition. So for me, hackathons was this safe space where it's just fun to code. It's not like boring code like how if you are from India, and if you can relate this like how we do it in college assignments, they can be boring. It's important, but it's boring. So for me, hackathons were just fun and a really safe space to test things out. And honestly, I believe hackathons are meant for beginners. So if you're a veteran, you're more likely to organize hackathons and mentor hackathons. But if you're new, you are the person getting most out of any hackathon. Like imagine at the end of the day, you are getting something out of it if it's your first time. So yeah, go for it. Really good question. Do you remember your first hackathon projects? I remembered. Uh, I'm not very proud of it. It was, again, when I said I participated in my first Global Hack Week, if we consider Global Hack Weeks as a hackathon, my first submission was a quicksort program. I was learning quicksort. I was in my first year of college, and that's the only thing I knew. And I was just trying to learn how Discord works, how DevPost work, how do I submit this thing. So that was understanding Discord and DevPost and how to submit was the achievement. When Quicksort program was something I just knew and I just submitted it. What about you, Vinayak?
First of all, hey Siddharth, welcome to the stream. And if I remember, I will quote two examples here. So my first hackathon was again Global Hack Week, and I submitted like a prototype of a like application which take cares of dogs and pets. Like I made an application over Figma. I contacted one of my friends who was comfortable with Figma. I just said if you can teach me. So that was my first submission in a global hack week. If I talk about an hackathon project, it was an weather displaying app. So I just integrated an API, and I made a simple front end application. Yep, that was my first. Okay.
Yeah.
We do. Oops. Hey Ashwin and Vinayak, I've been attending Global Hack Weeks, but I have a doubt. Is it meant for learning or do we have any hacking going around? Okay, so to start with, global hack weeks are a combination of both learning and implementing. If you clearly see, we list down certain challenges which you need to do throughout the week, and if you check on the streams are planned in such a way, and the challenges are made in such a way. So, for example, if there is a stream around Python, so there will be a challenge will be which will be consisting to use Python or whatever you have learned through that particular streams. So yep, these global hack weeks are solely meant if you want to learn something new and actually implement it. So that is how this is planned. If Ashwin want to add any more thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna break this question into two parts. Is it meant for learning? Global Hack Weeks? Yes, they are meant for learning. Each Global Hack Week has a theme. You can just go to ghw.mls.io. Next month we have, later this month we have, like at the end of this month we have Data Week, which is talking about data science. And then after that we have Web3. So each month we had AIML previous in the last month, and before that we had security. So these themes are just for inspiration, but the purpose of Global Hack Week is to teach you so you learn something new, something that you don't know. So we have tons of challenges, and you are free to pick which one do you want to learn from. You're not expected to solve all challenges. We are humans. So please pick the ones which you like, pick the ones which you find challenging, but make sure you learn and are having fun. So having fun is a pretty important factor. And the second question is, do we have any hacking going around? Yes. Global Hack Weeks run for a whole week. So we have hacking, which means people are solving problems throughout the week. In a hackathon, which we run on weekends from Friday to Sunday, that you might see, hacking goes from Friday evening in Indian Standard Time to Sunday evening. So it's like 48 hours. And for Global Hack Weeks, it goes throughout a one full week. So I hope that answers your question.
Okay. A special question for Ashwin. Hey Ashwin, can you tell me how can I stand out in the top 50 hackers?
Yeah, I think one of the best ways to do it is first read about the previous top 50 hackers and see what did they exactly do, which made them top 50 hackers. It's not about uh, how can I be a top 50 hacker. That's not the right mindset to become top 50. It's more like what what all the top 50 previous top 50 hackers have things in common, and getting the idea of that. So uh, remember that top 50 hackers are not hackers who are like in the top 50 who have done something great. It's just that they have been doing something in the community and MLH has recognized them. So if you go to top.mls.io, let me drop that link in the chat. Uh, top. So if you go here, you will see their stories are written of how they made a change in their community. So if you read through, there are a lot of stories. I don't expect you to read all of them. There are 50 over 3 years, so that's like 150 stories. Don't go through all of them. Go through your favorite ones, and you will find this pattern that all of them really love their community and they wanted to make a change which no one else was, or they made sure they made enough change that people recognize them. So one of the best ways you can do is find the problem you're finding in your community that no one is able to solve, or maybe you are the one who can solve it. See if you can try to solve it, and very important, talk about it. You need to talk what you have done. You need to showcase the community that you have made a change for you to get recognized. So your work won't speak for itself, but you will have to. And at the same time, remember, top 50 is not an achievement, it's a recognition. It is an achievement, but it is more of a recognition for all the hackers who have made a change in the community. So my best advice is to first learn what the latest top 50 hackers have been up to and what are the things they have done, and understand what made them really good at the first place, and see if you can get inspired. I never thought I would become a top 50 hacker. I really looked up to all the existing top 50 hackers and I wanted to be like them. So if you see the difference, I never wanted to be a top 50. I just wanted to be the people who were top 50 members. And that really helped me point in the right direction while I was trying to solve my own problems in my community. And that eventually helped me get nominated for the top 50 hack.
Okay. So next one we have really inspired by the top 50 stories. Okay. Next one we have, so how do you become a contributor to the community or become its member? I am new to MLS concepts. So if I'll start with, if to talk about, if you want to be a part of a community, for example, you're taking parts in hackathons, you're actively engaged, so you're already a part of major league hacker community. It's not being like that. And if you want to become a contributor in a particular community, try to connect with the people who are already in that particular community. Ask them what can be good ways to actually contribute to that particular community. So for example, if I talk about, if you want to be a part of local communities, so you can talk with them. You can let them know that okay, you can help other people in the community by giving some technical sessions or by hosting some of them. So this is how you actually start to work in communities, and then later, yep, you're a contributor in that particular community. Same goes for the technical part. For example, if there is a technical community or someone is actually working on a project, open source project, and if you want to actually contribute in it, again, you need to contact people who are already contributors or maintainers in that particular community. You can start learning from them that how they have started. And as Ashwin said, you have to be like you want to be on that place, but you need to see that how those people work in that particular community, and later you will be a contributor in that community. Ashwin.
Yeah, I definitely want to highlight that by being part of this stream, and if you're part of the Discord server, you're already a member of this community. So congratulations for joining MLH. It's not a form, it's not a test, it's not an exam to be a member and a contributor to the community. We just want you to have a great time and solve all the challenges that you want, making friends. That's literally the idea of Major League Hacking. And if you feel like, please feel free to help others, feel free to assist other and mentors others that you wanna, but by all means learn everything that you want. And you're already a member and contributor to this community. And in case if you haven't joined the Discord server, it's discord.mls.io. So go ahead, join it. And I'm so happy and so glad to see you in the Discord server, where you will find everyone outside the stream and all the community members. I think I missed one question here, which said,
Is
"Oh
it this
yeah,
one?
so I have fixed the Discord link in the check-in link in Discord. So it's day three, and I think it had a typo of day two. So go ahead and check in if you have not."
Okay, so next question we have: do we have to submit same what we have built in session in challenges? It depends. For example, if any coach or someone has made something similar of what is been asked in challenge, then you can submit. But in the maximum time cases, the challenges are planned in such a way that whatever you learn through those technical streams, you implement on those challenges. So it can be you might be learning JavaScript. In your sessions, learning about Chrome extension, and in a challenge it might ask you that okay, you if you want to build a Chrome extension around certain topic or around hackathons or any other topic. So this is how your submission should be made. It can be you can like just replica of what you have seen in the stream, but in maximum or 99% of the cases, you need to invent something new of whatever you have learned in that streams and then submit the challenges. A, a good question, I feel. A very good question. What is the significance of those challenge points that we earn? Ashwin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so these challenge points first help you just rank yourself how well are you at participating in Global Hack Week. You get an email every day telling where you stand or how much you participated in this Global Hack Week, which helps you understand whether you're in the top 5% or top 10% of hackers this week. And the next thing is we have some special swag. We have standard swag for participating in Global Hack Week. That is, if you participated in 6 out of 7 days uh, throughout this Global Hack Week, so you get some swag, and you get some special swag for being active and solving these challenges. So if you want to earn those special swags and the standard swag, these challenges, we have a minimum set of challenges that you want to solve, but by all means take it as a constructive competition and not super serious. You don't have to go all in and lose sleep on it. Do it in your comfortable time, whenever you feel like. Take a break. It's not at the end of the world, and we have enough swag, and it's pretty easy for anyone to achieve it. Feel free to go for a healthy competition. You can just set your own, like, goals like I want to be in the top 5% or 1% of this global hack week, but don't burn out in the process.
Plus one to what Ashwin said. And one more thing, like significance of these points actually help you understand better that okay, it gives you a certain set of confidence. For example, you're in a community of 10 people, for example, and you're someone who is quick on solving challenges that have been it's doggy. He has to be okay. So you are someone who is quickly solving these challenges. So significance of these points also gives you an confidence. Okay, I'm in a position that I can help the other nine community members as well. I still remember during local hack days we were used to plan out this. For example, if we have been given a technical like challenge, if someone completes it, he will sit with other nine members and have a discussion that how he did it, and the other nine people were actually used to see okay, these are the things which have he has done, and that is something we can look up to. So earning these points just don't give you confidence swags, but also a sense of being actively present in the community, helping those nine people. You never know how these small concepts at the end of the day help other people which are surrounded around like around you get better in tech or other things which are through challenges. So yep. Okay, we have another question. Can you give the, I hope it's list, can you give the list of the MLS fellowship, or what better can a person do to have more chances for selection in the program? I'll take first on this because I have been in conversation with for leaders as well. The best thing you can do is actually to have conversations, people who have passed on from this MLH fellowship, because they are the best persons who can guide you doing better at applications. What are the technical things that should be present to you, or what are the domain which you will be contributing in MLH fellowship. The next thing would be to, if you get a chance, try to connect with people who are directly associated with fellowships. They can be pod leaders. You can find them on, you can say, on social networks such as LinkedIn or Twitter. Try to get certain insights from that. What are the things which are super important to get in MLS fellowships? That will definitely bring your chances up, because I'll be very honest, you can be an amazing coder, a person who develops supreme applications, but you need to also tick down all the boxes before getting into MLS fellowship program, because it's the best in the industry. That's it. And there will be a certain set of competition between all set of people to get in there. So yeah, Ashwin, do you want to add on something?
Yeah, I do want to be give a heads up that be mindful of core leaders and other staff time. You can definitely reach out to them, but if they don't reply on Twitter or stuff, don't spam them. They work on like when they're active. So on Discord, Ask Fellowship is one of the best places to ask anything about fellowship, where the active fellowship staff will answer to you, or the community will answer to you, because a lot of questions, and trust me, this is true for everything, a lot of questions are already answered. So if you just, one of the things that helped me a lot is something called a search bar. So I go to search bar and ask my question, and someone has already asked it and it has been answered. So first try to search it, and then ask it in a public channel. Someone will drop in and help you out. uh, I've not done fellowship, but from the pattern that I've seen, for the folks that I've seen get into the fellowship, one of the best things that they do is have a solid project that showcases their skills. So participating in hackathons and global hack week is a great way to start with projects, but then going a little deeper and making it a bit more uh, robust project, really, which can tell that you understand the technology well, helps. So if you again go to fellowship channel, you will find in this channel called fellowship FAQ, you will find couple of channels of past streams which tells you the best tips or what the previous fellows have done in the past, and that really increases of chances and saves you a lot of time when you want to prepare for the application. Awesome. Oh, there's a next question. I'm new here. How to find those challenges? Let me pull up my screen. So if I go here and type ghw.mls.io and wait for it to load, we will go to Global Hack Week, and I'm going to go. to the one that we are right here, season launch. And on the top, there is something called challenges. So I'm going to do challenge, and there you go. All the challenges that we are talking about is listed here. You can learn about them individually by tapping learn more, or you can just pick the ones that you like. I hope that answers your question. So it's GHW.io/challenges. Let me post it in the chat for you. Yep, get enough sleep and please drink some water.
Hmm, okay. Hmm. Ashwin, are you on
Sorry.
mute? Okay, yeah.
Of course, I am on mute. Okay, one more time, highly recommended going in the Discord Ask Fellowship channel, because there you will find the active fellowship staff. If you try to reach out to them via LinkedIn and Twitter, which is okay, they may or may not reply because it's not, they may not use it while they're working. So please be mindful of their time, and highly recommended to ask in the public chat to get anything. In my personal experience, I've seen most of the questions, popular questions, and some of the best advices in the Discord channel. I check out the channel myself sometimes, so it's the best place for you to go through. Oh, really nice question. Vinayak, you wanna take this one? I should have put my MLH experience on my resume.
Yeah. So I guess this question have two answers. If you are someone who is a coach, then the answer is different. If you're someone who is participating in hackathons or being a part of the MLS fellowship, the answers stand different. So if I talk about on the technical part, for example, you have made a project XYZ and you have currently 10,000 or 15,000 users that goes by every day, right? So you get an approximate number that how many people actually end up on your site every month or every year by approximation. So that is how you can actually put it up. Like you have made any project during an MLS fellowship, how many people are actually getting impacted through this your project what you have made. The important thing is in resumes it's important to understand that people look what impact you have created. I'm not able to remember that particular term, but I guess I've learned this through in resume class that it clearly says impact is very much important in your bullet points when you work on your resumes. So, for example, your topic could be something related to AI. Points could be related, okay, how it has impacted, uh, like how many people are actually getting impacted through your project. And the next most important thing can be your experience. Like it can be you might have talked with different people who are in the MLS team. It can be you have contributed to open source project which contains certain number of people who are been pretty much active in open source industry, so that can help you. If I talk about the other segment, that is coach and mentoring people in the hackathon, again the number of people who are getting directly impacted by you. So if I talk about me and Ashwin, we do technical live streams, we go to hackathons. So it can be how many people we are impacting in through our hackathons and technical streams. So this is how you can actually put it up in your resume on my end. Ashwin.
Yeah, pretty well said. I have made a lot of projects, so I put the ones that I want, or the ones that are relevant, or ones that have made a change. Because every weekend in MLH there's a theme. So once we built something around mental health, and that was pretty handy, and it was worth showcasing in my resume. And the other one was like around pride, and that is a very cool project that we made and had a lot of impact in the community. So my advice is, if you're hacking and if you're making an impact, or if you're winning hackathons, and if you're very proud of your project, just go ahead and add those projects in your resume. It doesn't have to be your participation via hackathons. If you're a mentor at MLH, go flex about your mentorship. Add you're an MLH mentor or a judge, or if you are a coach like we are, and we love to do anything that we are doing at MLH and present it in a resume as long as it is relevant to what you're applying to. All right, there's one more really nice question. Is the fellowship for people with experience? Yes and no, depends on how you define experience. I would say the term experience here means you are expected to know how to code. You don't need to you don't need to know the language that you might end up using in the fellowship. I know fellows who are really good at JavaScript but ended up doing C sharp in their fellowship, which they have never used before. So that's not relevant. But what is expected is you have done coding, you know, understand how code works, and you're comfortable in at least one language. So every other language is just same. It takes a day or two to learn it. So it is expected that you know how to code in at least one or two domains, and that's it. That's what it means. The word experience is how I would define that way. If you go to the fellowship application, by the time you fill it, you will understand that's what they're trying to understand while via essays and via questions.
Should we apply for the fall fellowship now or wait for a few weeks to do more hackathons or participation in Global Hack Week? Uh, to be very honest, it depends upon like how comfortable you are with like your projects. For example, you have already worked on a good project, and as Ashwin said, you have a good command over a language. Go and apply for all fellowship. Let's see what's the output. It see the important thing is to apply now. The thing is, you will wait for few more weeks. You will go through a lot of hackathons, then you will again apply. And in that case, if you don't make it, you will think, okay, I should have applied before too. So when you apply for the first time, and if you get rejected, you will get to know the mistakes you have done in your application format or in whichever step you might get out from the MLS fellowship. So it's always important to apply. You will get to know the mistakes you will do. Yep, it's important to keep participating in hackathons because that will make your profile strong. It will get you more good in that particular one tech stack that will make you like, okay, I can be a part of MLS fellowship now. Ashwin, do you want to add anything?
Uh, Once again, I think the fellowship team can answer this much better than us. So, highly recommend to cross post this in the fellowship channel. But if you don't have projects, definitely participate in hackathons. If you are not confident or don't have a deep enough project which tells that you can code in the you're comfortable in that particular tech stack, and if you have that, if you already check those boxes, go ahead and apply for fellowship as soon as possible. The seats run out pretty fast. So yeah, that's my advice for you. But you will have much better chances and much better answers to this if you ask in the fellowship push channel, because you are not the first person to ask this. There are five more people who have already asked this before you, and I'm pretty sure the answer is already there. But I hope that answers your question too. Um, Awesome. Oh, what is contentful and elastic? Ah, interesting question. I'm curious, how did you? Okay, we probably are going through challenges or streams. So, Contentful is a software. It's a headless CMS, I believe, a headless content management system, basically to help you create uh, front end website, to help you create websites easily or just save a lot of your development time while you're trying to build something. How do I know this? Harshil was taking a live stream almost 2 hours before the stream. So if you want to know what Contentful is, just go like two streams back and you will find a stream on Contentful in Global Hack Week. And it was a pretty fun stream. Um, what is Elastic? So Elastic is more like a network analysis tool, um, which helps you like understand what's happening on the backs on the behind the scenes of your program or your project. Elasticsearch is a very popular product of it. So Elastic is like a umbrella and it has multiple products under it. Think of it like Google, and it has Google Cloud, and it is like Google domains and stuff for your management. And similarly, like Elasticsearch is like a search API if you want to implement a search engine for your website or for your product. So it has multiple platforms for like security, observability, Want to learn more? Just simply Google it. But I know I have used Elasticsearch quite some time ago. That's why I know Elasticsearch. But Elastic in general, if you want to know, is like all the products help you get better analytics of your project or your product. I hope that answers your question.
Just to add one more point to whatever Ashwin said, plus one to what Ashwin said. But yep, Elastic and Contentful are our partners of for this Global Hack Week. In case if you don't know, for the people who are in the chat, they are helping us to work on this amazing Global Hack Week season launch to help you folks with the swags and all the things. So make sure you go and check out Contentful and Elastic. And if you want to know more and more about them, I'll just share a link in the chat. You can go and get to know more about both of them in our Global Hack Week season launch page. You will get to know more about Contentful and Elastic. Yep, that will be it. Okay. Are there any DevOps, SRE, or Golang related hackathons? If I might not be aware of this, but specific
I
to
don't
this particular,
I don't
yep.
think you need to wait for a theme to build anything around it. Honestly, every hackathon project needs DevOps or SRE. Like you need a place to deploy stuff or implement continuous integration if it involves something like active deployments or active changes. So uh, I have never heard of DevOps. There are DevOps themed hackathons, yes, but not in MLH, at least in this season. And the reason being, we want to make sure everyone is welcome. Everyone who is not, who has never used DevOps is welcome, and who has used DevOps is welcome. So the themes are more for the inspiration and not for the technology. So you may not find a lot of weekend hackathons, which are like Python or Rust or React. Even the global hack week themes are not technology specific. They are more for inspiration, and there are activities which may or may not be related to that. But feel free to like use DevOps, SRE, or Golang in your project, in your hackathon project, and definitely go and talk about it. It's a pretty cool thing. Yes, we do have SRE fellowship. We have a DevOps fellowship, but that's not a hackathon. That's an internship alternative program if you're talking about, and that happens over 3 to 4 weeks. So it's not a weekend commitment. It's a part-time commitment for at least a couple of weeks.
So if Sif mentioned that, Rishabh, I am Varsha, make sure you can go and check that out. What Swift has conveyed, but Ashwin has conveyed the better. Okay, let me check if we do have any more questions. Okay, folks, I feel we are already around our time because at 10:30, we already have a session lined up for you folks. So we want to give you certain time to get fresh, have your favorite snacks around, sit on the laptop after some amount of time, and enjoy the next stream, which is I feel is in the next 7 minutes. Just the last, how many should okay challenges, right? It totally depends upon you. You can complete one, you can complete all. The important thing is you enjoy learn completing and learning around those challenges and sessions. As simple as that. Don't try to overburden yourself with these many challenges. Whatever you do, just try to enjoy, learn from the sessions, complete the challenges, earn points, earn swag for yourself. And thanks for being part of this amazing hacker community.
Awesome. We're gonna give you some buffer time to take a break, get some water, just walk around before you sit back again for the next session. So, in the meantime, go have a break and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye folks, have a good time.